Hi. Oh, she's stale, but it's okay. It's all right. I've been having 1 glass of wine a night. Hence why I have, ow, ow. Do you guys just see that? I just went to go wipe my nose and my moon ring went up my nose and cut it. So now I'm crying. Perfect way to start the video. Anyways, hi. If you're new here, my name is Tara and I'm a fucking mess. Just kidding. Everyone calls me Trainwreck Tara. So if you want to, you know, stay and enjoy, I don't know. Stay if you want. It's fun here sometimes. Today I'm telling a story about the worst night of my life. So that should be really cool. All right, I'm ready. Every time I get a notification on my phone, I'm like, oh my God, I have friends. And it's always Facebook. Mad people have been requesting me on Facebook recently. I don't use Facebook. You guys don't have to. One of my first viral TikToks was a very condensed version of what I'm about to tell you, aka the worst night of my fucking life. It was my first viral TikTok. I didn't used to do story times. I used to like dance because I thought I was hot shit. And I thought I would like be like Charli D'Amelio and like, you know. During that phase, I did post 1 story time and it got millions of views and I was shook. And since then, I've been getting a lot of requests to tell the entire story in a YouTube video. So like, here I am, if anyone cares. So this was a couple of years ago. Let me take one more shot. So this was a couple of years ago. I had this friend. We're friends again now. Her name is Val. I fucking love this bitch. We were best friends for so long. We were like ride or die BFFs, you know? Like that was my bitch. That was my girl. So we found this bar called Black Sheep and it's in Providence. And we found this bar one night and went every day. We went to Black Sheep every single night. It's like, it's sort of like a college bar, like really good vibes. Like all the people that went were so dope. Like we would literally go every single day and spend our entire paycheck from whatever we made that night. We worked at the same restaurant. We'd spend the whole thing at Black Sheep and basically pay their electric bill every month. So like that's a whole different story. But so one night we were working and I used to be dead broke because I would fuel my alcohol addiction with every penny in my bank account. So I had no money this night, like $0 to my name. But she, of course, she wanted to go out and I wanted to go out too, but I was like, I can't, bro. Like I don't have any money. Like I got nothing. And she was like, oh no, you're good. Like I'll pay for your drinks tonight and I'll pay for the Uber and then you can just like you can fucking pay me back whenever you want. I was like, okay, like fine, like yeah, let's go party, whatever. We finished our shift and we went to Black Sheep. We're getting drunk, having a good time. So flirting with boys at Black Sheep was always very fun and very easy for us because we were hot little snacks. So like we'd go and flirt with guys. We normally wouldn't like go to their house afterwards though. Like that's kind of, I don't know. We never did that. We would just flirt a lot. So we were there this night and I think I had like fucking 7 cocktails, right? So I'm like on my 7th drink or something like that. And she meets these guys and they're like married men in suits, like on a business trip. Like literally there was like 4 of them, I think, 3 or 4 of them, fully in suits, full wedding rings on their fingers, like in town for business, like I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but we were both really drunk, so we were like talking to them, like whatever, we were like in a circle, talking, having a good time, taking shots. And at this point, we were talking to them for like maybe 45 minutes, and you know when you're just like at that point where you wanna like curl up in a ball and die, like, you know when you're at that point of being drunk where you just don't give a fuck anymore and everything hurts and you feel like you're gonna vomit and pass out at the same time, and Harry Styles could walk into the room and you would walk right the fuck out because like you're just that drunk and miserable. You know what I mean? Okay, maybe not Harry Styles. I think I would literally die for him, but like a nice like Niall Horan, like I don't know. So I was at that point, but I couldn't just like Uber home without her because first of all, I had no money in my bank account at all. And I didn't really want to leave her because that's kind of like shitty to like leave your friend at a bar with a bunch of dudes. Like that's kind of like the wrong thing to do. So we're talking to these dudes and all of a sudden they're like trying to convince us to go back to their hotel room with them. And my friend is like all for it. And I was just like, okay. Like, I didn't want to say no, but I wasn't gonna like argue with anyone. I wanted to make her happy. So I was like, you know what? I can stick this out. I'm a tough bitch. Let's go to the fucking Biltmore. They were staying at the Biltmore. So I don't remember much of the car ride. I think we might have Ubered. I don't fucking know. All I remember is one of these guys looked just like one of the guys from Impractical Jokers, and I posted it on my Instagram story. What the fuck is his name? I forget which one, but he looked just like him. So I was posting it, like hoping that like people that I knew would like be jealous that I was hanging out with the guy from Impractical Jokers. Big whatever. We get to the hotel, we go upstairs, and I don't remember what was said. I just remember laying on the floor. So I was laying on the floor. They were trying to figure out how to order bottle service to the room, but it was like 2 a.m, so like we couldn't do that because we were in Rhode Island and there are laws. So we couldn't get any more booze. So we were laying there. I was laying on the floor. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but I was on the floor. Then everyone establishes that we're going to the casino. So drink to that, baby. Like, I don't want to go to the fucking casino. Twin River. Like, the Twin River isn't lit. Like, it's a ghetto casino, like in Rhode Island. Well, I mean, it's not terrible, but I mean, it's a casino. I'm not a gambler, so like, I don't know. So I'm like, all right, like, I guess I'll go with you guys. Like, I was still kind of like hanging on by a thread. Like, I was like the tampon string, like, out of my fucking vagina, like hanging on there, right? So we go to the casino. We walk in through the front doors. I kid you fucking not. I sat down on the floor of this fucking casino immediately. I was like, you know what? I was like, I don't think I can take another fucking step, to be honest. Also, it was blizzarding this night, so getting around was quite fucking interesting. So all I'm thinking about is like being cuddled up in bed with hot chocolate and like watching the snowfall. But nope, I was at Twin River at 3 a.m. Lucky me. So yeah, so I just sit on the floor as soon as we walk through the front doors, and I was just like, I'm not fucking moving until somebody Ubers me home. I was like, I don't give a fuck who stays, but I'm not fucking staying here. I'm going home. I feel like asshole, right? So these men, they're probably being really creepy, but I don't even remember because I was so drunk. Bad decisions made here, though. Don't follow my lead. Never leave with married men in suits. Don't do it. So I'm sitting on the floor, and they walk over to an ATM, right? All the men. They pull, I don't even know how much they got out of the ATM. I think it was around $2,000 or something. And they walk over to me and Val, and they're holding the cash in front of my face. And they're like, this is all yours if you want to stay and gamble. Like, you guys can just take this and go fucking gamble with it. Keep it. I looked at these men and said, I don't fucking want your money. I want to go home. I turned down, and I had no money in my bank account, and who am I to be like, no, I don't want it. I just want to be like in bed with hot chocolate. Like, must have been really drunk. Yeah, so I declined the money, and Val was just like, are you fucking joking? She was like, are you kidding me, dude? So she brought me into the bathroom to try to like, well, I think I brought her to the bathroom. I don't know. We went to the bathroom, and I was just like, dude, I can't stay here. Like, there's no fucking way I'm staying here. I'm gonna kill myself. So then Thank You Next started playing over the speakers, and she was trying to like hype me up and like make me happy again. Kind of worked like while the song was on, but then afterwards I was right back to my old miserable self. So she's like, fine, I'll Uber you back, but I'm staying. I was like, probably not a good idea, but like, sure. I know I shouldn't have left my friend. I completely understand that now. And I look back on it all the time, and I'm like, something bad could have happened, but like, I just like left her. I had to though. She didn't want to come with me, so she Ubered me back. I get into my Uber, which was probably $100 fucking because it was blizzarding, like feet of snow was falling onto the ground. And I had the audacity to like ride around Providence and go to bars and like the casino. Like, what? Like, just stay home. Anyways, fuck am I talking about? Oh yeah, so I fell asleep in the Uber. I don't remember the Uber drive. I just remember falling asleep, right? So I get to my house. It's blizzarding, like I've said 5 fucking times. I walk upstairs. It's like 4 a.m. or something at this point. Actually, no, it was probably like 3:30. I think I was exaggerating the time before. I think it was like 3:30 a.m. at this point. I'm standing outside of my fucking door in my apartment building and I don't have my keys. If you know how I was feeling in this moment and you know what it's like to be like at that point where you are ready to literally commit suicide because you are so drunk, you understand the amount of frustration that I was probably going through in that very moment. Realized I did not have my keys. I'm like, it's freezing in my fucking building. My building had like no insulation besides like obviously in the apartment. So it was like 40 degrees in my apartment hallway. And I was just like, so like what now? What now? So I called like my friend Nick, I think I called my friend Nick and I was bawling my eyes out, like fucking full on sobbing, having mental breakdown outside of my fucking apartment, like, follow me, like screaming to Nick on the phone. I'm trying to not yell because I'm like in an apartment now, but anyways. So he calls Val. I still don't know to this day if she was just being a shady bitch and wanted to stay or she genuinely didn't know. But moral of the story, she had the keys, but she told Nick that she didn't have the keys. So I'm sitting here like, okay, like you definitely have the keys, so why are you telling Nick that you don't have the keys? You know, like it was just really fucking weird. So I'm like, what do I do? So I called maintenance. I figured out in my drunk state, I just farted, I don't know if you guys could hear that. I figured out in my drunk state how to call maintenance of this building. So I call, talking to this lovely man, and he's like, yup, all right, be there in 2 hours. What? Be there in 2 hours? Mm-hmm. Okay, dear. 2 hours. So at this point, I am full on sobbing, like almost screaming in my fucking apartment building. I was like, what, dude, 2 hours? And I didn't realize at the time, but it was because it was blizzarding and in the middle of the night that it was gonna take 2 hours. So I'm not complaining. It was just like a lot to take in the moment. So my drunk ass crawls down the hallway, crawls down pretty much the whole hallway, like a while. Found a welcome mat in front of someone's door, laid down in front of their door, put their welcome mat over me, and fell asleep. I'm sorry, what? Who the fuck? Anyways, I wake up in the morning to Val busting through my front door at around 7 a.m. She had sex with them. Big whoop. And like, it's 7 in the morning, I'm waking up, she's finally coming back, and she unlocked my front door, which means she had the keys the entire time, and she had sex with them. What? And then I'm like, how did I get in my apartment? I'm like sitting there, I'm like, wait, what the fuck happened? My shoes were on, like my sneakers were on and tied in my bed. That's how you know you had a really bad night, and I had jeans on. That's how you know you blacked out, okay? So I get a phone call a little bit longer out into the day. I get a phone call from my landlord and I answered it. I'm like, hey, sup, dude? Like, what's up? You wanna talk? He's like laughing. I'm like, what? He was like, do you like not remember? I was like, no, like what? He was like, bro, the maintenance guy just called me and said that he had to go to your building in the middle of the night during a blizzard and walk through your hallways to find you. To find you. He had to pick up my dead body, walk me into my apartment, and tuck me into bed. Oh, that one hurt. I listened to that on the phone and I was like, Kevin, what? What are you talking about? He was like, yeah, he just called me to like fucking tell me. Like, thank God for that fucking maintenance guy, but like, what? And then I got a $300 fee the next day. And I had no idea what the fuck it was for. I was like, why is my rent $300 more? And it was because I forced maintenance guy to come out in the middle of the night to save my drunk ass. So that's my story that everybody has been requesting since probably March. So good thing it's now December and I'm finally like getting around to it because I'm like such a busy girl, like I don't know. But thank you for listening to me. That was one of the worst nights of my life and I would never relive it. Actually, you know what? No, I wouldn't. That kind of sucked. That night really fucking sucked. That really, I think that might be the worst night of my life. I'm not even really lying about that. Definitely, like comment down below if that would be the worst day of your fucking life. Like, thank you so much for fucking listening. I think I'm gonna spend the rest of my night watching SpongeBob and finishing off this bottle of red wine. So, kind of losing it. But you know what? We're all fucking losing it. So, I'm gonna fuck off now. If you wanna follow me on all my social medias, they're gonna be linked around the screen. Am I James Charles or what? Am I fucking James Charles or what? Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you wanna like be like, oh, and turn on my notifications so you get notified every time I post a new video. I'm sorry, I'm like a TikToker at heart. I'm like, anyways, shut the fuck up, Tara. I'm gonna fuck off now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. I have so much energy, I might film another fucking YouTube video right now. Who knows? Bye, I love you. I'm gonna give you a bye. Bye.